Welcome back to the Love Seat. Today we're going to be talking about a crazy happenstance. Rumors are on the rise. You all know what happened when Portia's father died and the will he left her. She was forced to accept a husband that chose the right chest. How unfair! But we were all happy when Bassanio picked the right chest. Talk about true love. Now though, there are some rumors going around that Bassanio's isn't only with Portia. You heard it here first. Not only is he seeing someone on the side, but it's his best friend Antonio. Can you believe it? The two have been seen together on multiple occasions without Portia being a little too close for comfort. But really, that's not all. Rumors are that Portia herself has been dressing up as a man and walking the streets. Is she jealous of Antonio and trying to get her man back any way she can? Or is she dressing up as a man for a different reason? Maybe she's doing this for her own personal reasons, if you know what I mean. Portia claims that she has no idea what we're talking about, but her woman-in-waiting Nerissa said otherwise. Guess we'll see. And we're back to the Love Seat. Thank you all for tuning in. You heard it here first. The royal wedding is happening. That's right. Ferdinand found love. On an almost deserted island, no less. Who knew you could get lost at sea and come back with your bride-to-be? The beautiful Miranda will be his future wife, and she's so innocent and cute. She comes from a strange family, but her and Ferdinand seem to be quite happy together. Their spring wedding is going to be extravagant, and you know that the Love Seat will be there capturing every moment leading up to the wedding itself. It definitely came as a surprise when Prince Ferdinand came back from sea and announced that he was finally going to get married, but now that it's happening, everyone is waiting to see how it plays out. Hopefully there's no drama waiting for the new couple. Welcome back to the Love Seat. Last week we talked about Othello and Desdemona's father and their fight for Desdemona, and of course we all sided with Othello in true love, but now things are starting to get shaky. That's right. One source has told us that Desdemona is cheating on Othello. The source claims that Desdemona gave away the handkerchief that Othello gave to her, a symbol of his love for her that his father had given to his mother. How cold! Othello must be going mad thinking about his love with another man. After all he did to be with her, she went behind his back and started being with someone else? Our source says that the man she's been laying with is a close friend of Othello's, which makes it so much worse. I sure wonder what Othello is thinking and if there will be a new bachelor on the street soon. Stay tuned to find out more next week. Tweet us at The Love Seat to tell us what you think Othello should do. Should he stay with her or move on? Back on the Love Seat, it's everyone's favorite segment. People tweet us at The Love Seat and ask us to answer questions on the show. Here's some of our favorite questions from last week. At Cordy67 writes in, "My father kicked me out even though I love him and didn't do anything wrong. Should I still want him in my life?" Well, Cordy67, often in life we hurt the ones we love most, so I think you should forgive him because family's often all we have. At Othello_rocks writes in and says, "I think my wife is cheating on me. How do I confront her?" Well, Othello, when we think somebody's hurting us, our first reaction is usually to attack them and be angry. But what I really think you should do is sit in a nice neutral setting, light a lavender candle, and talk to her about what's going on. And then you really need to listen to see her side of it, and it could be a total misunderstanding. Next one, at BassyBoy17 writes in and says, "I love my wife, but lately I've been having feelings for my best friend. I don't think I'm gay, but what do I do?" Honey, it's not gay if it's in a three-way. Invite her to join. The more the merrier. At Caius's-girl41 writes, "My husband was banished from the city. Do I go with him?" Well, sweetie, my only question for you is, how much money does he make? At LearBestKing writes, "I really want to retire, but I don't think my family will give me a place to live. Is it worth it to keep working, or should I still try and retire?" Well, Lear, family really should be there in times of need, but in case they're assholes and they aren't there for you, there are many shelters around town that will take you in. Okay. Richie Rich King writes in and says, "I'm feeling insecure and no one seems to like me. What do I do to gain my confidence back?" Well, Richie Rich, my first thought for you is that you should make a Tinder and see how many matches you can get as possible, and that will really boost your confidence. But if that doesn't work, you should really sit down and talk to your friends about what's going on and let them know how you're feeling and figure out maybe what's going on their side. And then our last tweet for this segment is from DesdemonaXOX. She writes, "My husband has been acting really strange lately. He went so far as to hit me. I love him so much. What do I do?" You need to leave. Domestic violence is no joke, and anyone who feels it's okay to lay hand on another person is not okay. If you need any extra help, you can call the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 1-800-799-7233.